What was I talking about? Right. Hi friends. Oh, hi Juno. And welcome to another week of whatever I decided to get up to. My name is Zara and I knit things. Or I guess I make things. I make things. So let's get started. I guess we can start with what I'm wearing. This is a sweater for Usagi, designed by Harper. Their Instagram and Ravelry and everything handle is disyarning. Super cute. And it is absolutely fantastic. I test knit this for them and they're amazing. The whole process was amazing. I had so much fun. It was amazing seeing all of the finished results. Every single one turned out super cute. So it is mohair and fingering weight held double. And then this panel is sort of a faux intarsia situation. And it's so good. It's designed bottom up, split for front and back, work the back panel, work the front panel, work the arms. It's oversized. Don't know how much positive ease I've got. It's on Ravelry. I wrote everything down. Don't know it off the top of my head. But it's got these cute little moon lace panels. The centerpiece is this mesh mohair situation. It's so comfortable. I knit this out of Wandering Flocks mother of pearl mohair, and then the fingering weight was La Bien-Aimé's Cassiopeia in their regular merino sock. So like this sweater's gonna hold up forever. It's got nylon in it, it's got the silk and mohair, like it's gonna hold up forever. I've had to do a little bit of maintenance, like de-pilling, but my grand technique is I have a boar bristle hairbrush that does not work in my hair, so I actually use it to de-pill mohair items, mohair and Surrey, like the ones that you kind of need to refluff but also de-pill, which works really well. I don't know how well you can see this, so I'll include a picture of what it looks like somewhere. And I'll include links for everything I mention in the comments below, whether it's patterns, designers, yarn dyers, etc. Okay, so that's what I'm wearing. I'm also going to take this segment as and also one random item that I made but wasn't recently, but I still love it and feel the need to share. So I decided, because that's obviously the best of ideas, that I needed to make myself a cloak. Again, I will put a photo up of what this looks like. But yeah, every time I think about this, I'm like, wow, I sat down and did that. So this is like a combination of patterns. The hood is one pattern, which I can't remember. I will link it. The body or the shoulder shaping is another pattern. And then we've got dogs going left, right, etc. And then like the color work is yet another pattern. I will link all of them and the designers and where I got them. But this was truly I cast on something thinking I'd have like a little capelet, and I was like, no, it's not going to be a capelet. It's going to be a full-blown cape situation. I can't do anything halfway. So this, I worked this in the round, totally in the round, and then I steeked it. Got some twill tape on the back, some cotton taping, just to keep all those ends safe. This is knit out of Saunders Sunday Morning DK, and I held it double because that's what I decided to do. Yeah, we've got very pretty little leaf pattern. I think I got that from Pacific Knit Co.'s Autumn Doodle patterns. I just rejigged it so that I could work it in a different weight and make everything turn out. Okay, so it's got this fun horseshoe cable on the hood. It's also a bigger horseshoe cable on the back of the hood. The body is completely stockinette, but I couldn't do something this size in a big pattern. Like, it was too much. It's too much. Anyway, so this is basically a blanket. Yeah. Yeah, I laugh at myself every single time that I think, wow, I made that thing. Does it have any practical uses? Not really. It's one of those things where I wish I could wear it way more often, and I wore this I took a plane to Europe, and I used this as my blanket the whole time, and I used it as my warm item in the airports in the winter. But Toronto is just a little bit too cold. Like, I'm not in the right temperature rating for it. So maybe now that spring is turning up, I'll get to wear it more often. Who knows? So, speaking of finished objects, I finished exactly one thing this week. And it was the Flax baby sweater. I'll put a picture because I immediately gave it to the baby. So cute. And I'm like, well, maybe I need to make every additional size as this baby grows, because it's a really simple pattern. It's free. You can take out the garter stitch detail if you want and just make it a plain cardigan, or not, it's not a cardigan, plain raglan. But it's very nice that it's graded all the way through. Spinning status. So I still haven't plied that one single ply that I showed, but I did skein those two bobbins. So here's one of them. This is Merino and Tencel. It's a 2-ply. It's in the colorway Tarnished. Emily C. Gillies dyed this, and I got 196 meters here. So I guess it's probably, it feels like it's probably a DK, maybe sport weight. So I'm spinning very densely. Hello, Ramona. Yes, just a drive-by. So this still needs to be washed to set the twist. But until then, I can live in like a little skein. There's that. The other one that I had is deskeined it, See, there's totally blue in it. Ramona, could you not? Thank you. She's decided that my fiber is great and she needs to interact with it. Okay, so this 100% Rambouillet, dyed by Into the World. And the colorway is Strange Children. I got it wrong last week. It is not Aurora Borealis, it is Strange Children. I spun this as a 2-ply and I got 400 meters. So this one's going to be a actual fingering weight, but I expect the Rambouillet to bloom quite a bit. So there's that. So it might end up as a sport weight. Also needs a bath. I will bathe these yarn at some point. Oops. Until then. Oh, it looks great in the skein. I haven't skeined this yet, so that's fun. Yeah, this one's gonna be super bouncy. Rambouillet has like a great elasticity, so it retains its memory very well. As we can see, it just sits there. As for the merino and tencel, it's going to have a lot of drape. It's just a little flopsy. Yeah, I think that's the spinning that I got going. I don't have anything new off my wheel. It's still totally integrated into the wheel, so not much point showing that. All right, what have I been working on? Well, other than finishing the baby sweater, which is the only thing that I had last week, or not the only thing. So that's the only thing that I managed to finish. I did, however, cast on quite a few things, because why not? So I have still been working on the Flirt skirt. You can see, like, it's actually getting a little bit darker. I did maybe 1 inch. Maybe 1 inch. Not very much. But I mean, there's also like 400 stitches on here, so I feel like that's acceptable. Yeah, been working on that one. Maybe I'll get it done for spring and actually be able to wear it. That would be nice. I also decided to cast on another Musselburgh hat. So this one is by Ysolda. I will link it. I've made a lot of these. They're quick. They're quick projects. They make really nice hats. I'm holding fingering and mohair double. So this is the remainder of the gradient skein that I used for my cowl from the Blue Brick in the colorway Chasing Herons. It's mostly the darkest color and some of the medium color. And it's the merino cashmere nylon stellina blend. It's gonna be real soft. And then this one is mohair from Emily C. Gillies. She doesn't do variegated skeins almost ever. So I saw this and I absolutely needed it. It is in the colorway Enchanted Forest. She's done some fiber in this color. I don't think she's done anything other than mohair on the Enchanted Forest. And I haven't seen it since. It was sort of a one-of-a-kind situation. And it's lovely. Like, I have a sweater that I held double, and this is what's left over. So, other reason I love the Musselburgh hats is that I use leftovers for it a lot of the time. Like, I will use up whatever fluff I have with leftover skeins. Usually I can get a full hat out of just over 100 grams of DK weight. And then, like, the end, since you're folding it in anyways, I just make it in a different color. Because, like, you know, what's the harm? Nobody's gonna see it. And I mean, if they want to wear it the other way out, then that is totally up to them. So we've got that one. The other thing that I cast on is, this is what I've been working on mostly. So this is the Carlisle sweater. Do I remember the name of the pattern designer? No, but I will link them below. So it's a saddle shoulder, which I've never made a saddle shoulder before, but I am very excited because in general I have broader shoulders and or broader shoulder to bust ratio than a lot of women. My boobs are tiny and my shoulders are broad, so things don't always fit right, or if they do, I've got like so much extra space in here and in the body. So, and I need to do some sort of body reduction so that it's not just swallowing me. Anyway, so this, yes, Ramona, is this nice? Do you like this too? Ramona also enjoys this. So this is the Carlisle sweater. The yarn is from Brian Dye Works. It is their BFL fingering base in the colorway Tirnanog. And I think it was from their Sea and Song collection. Love this color. It's a lot of fun. Do you want to see that one too? Thank you. But it's holding up really nicely, like, because BFL is it's a long wool, so it's a little bit coarser than merino, but it's feeling absolutely lovely. Like, I am very excited to finish this whenever it happens. Yeah. So that's everything I'm working on. Next, I've been requested to tell people what I want to be working on. So I have a very long list. I'm gonna try and like smush it down into like a couple things, like the things that I feel like I want to be casting on right at this instant, but I just cast on 2 new items and that's all I've been working on. So I'm not casting them on, even though it's very hard. And I literally pulled out yarn to go cast one of these things on and was like, no, stop. Dial it back a little bit. Finish at least one more item before you cast another one on. So the first thing that I really want on my needles is I want to make another As Friends tank. So I made one when it first came out. This is by Jessie May. So I made one when it first came out, but I didn't really think about like the finished product that I wanted. And it was too short, which, I mean, it's designed that way, but I didn't really think about it. So the As Friends tank is actually like almost the same shape as the tank top that I wear almost all the time, but it's just way shorter. So I want to make one that's about 11 inches long. instead of the like 6 or something that it suggests. So it's still going to be cropped, but it will be way less cropped. And then the yarn that I want to use for it is this one here. So this is Shep's Ketona. It's mercerized cotton. Mercerization basically just means it's chemically treated to take color better. This is a pretty high twist yarn, so like it's gonna hold its shape very well. It's 100% cotton. Tiny little cute skeins. It says that it's fingering weight, but it's like heavy fingering weight or sport weight to me, so I think it'll work very well with the pattern. Oh, everything's falling. Next. So I've been thinking about making the hoodie that Tori you just came out with. It's called the Downtown hoodie. I didn't immediately cast it on because like I have so many sweaters. But it looks real cute. I'd probably take the stripes out of it, because stripes are not my favorite situation. But I want to make it in this fun speckly yarn from Camp Fibre Yarns. So the actual name of this color is Holiday Eggnog, but one of my friends likes to rank yarn based on how skin colored it is. So I've renamed it as Her Hand with Speckles, because that's the color. It is skin color with speckles, but I don't care. I'm gonna make a sweater out of it anyways, and I will laugh every single time. I renamed all the skeins just to remind myself and her about this. But yeah, this was Camp Fibre's holiday color this year. Well, one of her holiday colors. The other one is this purple, which is Sugar Plum Glow. I mean, I might use them together because they are meant to go together. But like maybe make the edging of the hood and the drawstring and the cuffs and hem or something in this purple. Okay. I'm trying to pick like not every single thing that I'm planning on making, but like just a couple. Another one that I've been really thinking about it, but I can't really pin down exactly how I want to. Also, it's a big project, and I always overthink starting big projects because it's like I'm doing other things and I don't know when I'll have time to work on it. So I want to make an absolutely massive shawl because, as we've determined, I enjoy making massive blanket things. So I want to make an absolutely massive shawl out of the holiday advent that Emily C. Gillies put out this year. So this was her winter advent situation, and it's 50 gram skeins. I got the 50 gram skein option. So this is 750 grams of yarn in sport weight, and I want to make a shawl out of this, but not just like a triangle shawl. I want it to have 5 spines, so I guess it'll have 3 spines and then the edge, which will end up in about a half circle. Maybe I'll like pull it in even more, so it's kind of like a 3/4 circle. Just really envelop myself in it. And I'm going to do a nice sunset fade situation. I'll leave it at that. That's a lot, because that's already like a lot of plans. My ideas list is just continuous ideas. I'm always making things. I always want to make the next thing. What's next? Okay. So I kind of want to share some of the things that have come into my possession recently. Combination of project bags, yarn, fiber, etc. So I ordered this bag, custom ordered this bag, and it is the cutest bag. Like, I saw these sheeps and I was like, no, I need this. So it's from LB Tree. She's based in Calgary, and she does custom bags. This is the planetary backpack. So closes, backpack straps, flip it open, drawstring. It's got 2 big pockets in the back. This is actually where my Carlisle sweater is currently living. And then it's got a cute little just front pocket here. Anyways, I have been carrying this around with me. Like, I could never possibly put it down because, like, it's so cute, and I need like 10 more of these. I will think about it. I'll ponder it for very long. I've been thinking about getting a custom from her for so long because all of her bags are so cute, but like the custom sort of overwhelms me. So she has this great option where you can choose like the style of bag that you want, and then your focal pattern, which for me was the sheepies, and then ask her to just come up with whatever she wants next. Like, really just whatever she thinks will go with this. And I think she did an amazing job. Drive by. Next, there was the Hamilton Fibre Forge this weekend that I went to. And I saw so many amazing things there. Like, it was great. It was great. I had so much fun. I also came home with a large bag of items. What was I talking about? Right. Acquisitions, because I went to the Hamilton Fibre Forge and saw amazing people and amazing things, and came home with a bag of goodies. So I guess the first thing that I'll share, so share a nice one. I got some Icelandic lamb roving and some Icelandic ewe roving. I thought I was getting 400 grams of the lamb, but I got 200 of the lamb and 200 of the ewe. The ewe is like a little bit coarser, but not by much. It's still super fluffy. This is the undercoat of the sheep, because Icelandic sheep have an overcoat, a top coat, and an undercoat. And the undercoat is usually shorter staple lengths, and it is softer. The lamb is so soft. Well, okay, it's still coarser than like merino, say, but it's super soft. You can see all the little bits of vegetable matter in here. I'm very excited. I made the mistake of leaving it slightly out, and Ramona, the little shafid, got into one of the fluff situations. I salvaged 90% of, like, it's fine. I was very annoyed with her. And I have started spinning the lamb's wool on this spindle, whom I can't remember where I got it from. So this is a Turkish spindle. When I'm finished, this is creating a center pull ball. This shaft pulls out the bottom, and this piece pulls out. There's a hole in the middle. This piece pulls out of the other one, and then that one pulls out, and you have a center pull ball that you've created while you're spinning. I prefer bottom weighted drop spindles, and then specifically Turkish spindles, just because it's less mess for me to deal with later. Anyway, so this is my pile of roving, which, I mean, it's not that bad. I was planning on spinning all of this up first. This is actually drafting out super fine. So I'm thinking of maybe plying one of the lamb with one of the ewe. So making a 2-ply, 1 lamb, 1 ewe, times 2. And then plying them back on each other again. So it still looks like a 2-ply, but it's actually 2 2-plies plied together. And that'll mix up the lamb and the ewe a lot better. And especially since this is spinning out so finely, and I'm hoping for more of a DK to worsted weight spin out of this. Because with 400 grams, I could get, like, you know, a good shawl or sweater. Like, I don't really want this to be super fine. But if it's got like a lot of plies, then I could get some good textures out of it. This is not the card that I am looking for. I think, yeah, it's the card I'm looking for. So they are Willow Farm, and they're in Wellport, Ontario. And they have registered Icelandic sheep. They also had a merino and what was it? They also had a merino sheep that was a nice dark, a nice black sheep color, which a black sheep is actually brown. I didn't get any of that. I just got the 400 grams of the Icelandic roving. They also had full fleeces, and I was very tempted, but I am not quite at the point where I think I can do a whole fleece. I mean, I could do it. I just don't have combs. I don't have cards. I don't have the equipment to deal with a fleece. And also, that is just opening up the next can of worms, even though I really do want to do my own fleece to sweater at some point. When I'm finished spinning the Icelandic lamb and ewe, I will decide if I want to dye it or not, because it is that lovely white shade. So it will take dye pretty well if I decide to do that. What else did I get? I also got more fiber because I can't help myself. So this is Superwash Merino, and it's from Odd Cat Yarn. I will, again, link everything. And all of these are local to Southern Ontario. So it's very soft. It's superwash. It is superwash. I've never spun with superwash yarn before, so that will be different. And it is 19.5 micron merino, so it's very soft. I'm planning on spinning these two together, so we'll get like the shades of green and then the gray, it's got the same little bit of green in it, and then the vibrant green. I think all of these are one-of-a-kind skeins, or one-of-a-kind braids, however you want to call them. They are 4 ounces. Yes, these are one-of-a-kind. No 2 braids will be the same. Thank you, brain. Yeah, I'm very, very excited to get started on these. These are in my to-be spun bin. This is my backlog of spinning. I have a bin closer to my wheel that's actually got the things that I want to start next. This is another fiber that I'm very excited about. So this is Angora and Firestar. So you can't really see the Firestar. Oh, you can see it a little bit there. So this is a bat of Rabbit, Angora, and Firestar, and the Firestar is iridescent, so it's like a blue silver situation. This is so soft. So soft. This is only 100 grams, so it'll probably end up being a hat because Angora is not very structurally sound, so you don't want to use it anywhere hard wearing. Or maybe a scarf or a hat or something. But it's so lovely with like the little bits of black and then the various shades of gray. This is a bat, so we will deal with that when we get there. And tried to grab cards for everything. This is Maple Glen Angoras, and they are from Dundas, Ontario, so close to Hamilton. I'm gonna, again, link everything. So much fun. That's also in my to be spun soon pile. What else did I get from the Fibre Forge? Oh, so I got some project bags. This is the first one. And they are from Pine and Pearl. And this is the other one. And they make me laugh. They make me laugh. I haven't even taken the tags off them. I'm trying to decide, will I actually use them or am I going to regift them to lovely humans? I say regift, I purchased them, so will I just gift them? Because both would be appreciated by many humans. I've been meaning to get a Nostopin for a while, so I grabbed one. It is by Turnings by Jim. Yeah. He had a bunch of he had spindles, he had Nostopins, he had yarn valet, butler things, the ones that sit there and you put the ball on them and they spin. It was nice stuff. What else we got? Okay, so got this one, Coriander Knits. It is a BFL nylon base, so these will probably end up as socks. It's stripes between gray and rainbow, and it's 75% superwash BFL and 25% nylon, so these will be very hard wearing, and they're very soft. The other thing I got from Coriander Knits is this merino silk in a shawl length, so it's 150 grams instead of the regular 100 or 4 ounces. And it's 80% superwash merino, 20% silk in a 2-ply. I love a 2-ply. 2-ply is just a lot of fun. Do I have any idea what I'm going to make with it? No, probably a shawl. But look at the drape on that. That's going to be a really nice shawl. It's only 150 grams, so it might be more of a scarf situation. Because I don't think this would make a shawl actually big enough that I would want to use it. 100 grams is 100 grams is too small. 150 is okay. Usually I feel like it needs to be about 300 grams of yarn for it to really feel like a shawl to me. Yeah. Next. So this is from the Green Button Jar. It is 2-ply, 80/20. Oh, it's 3-ply. It's 3-ply. I don't know why, but it's really hard to find 3-ply things. I really like a 2-ply and a 3-ply, but almost everything is a 4-ply. I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, 3-ply is just, it's so round. It's still really soft. It doesn't, and it's, you can still get the texture of the yarn. Anyway, so this is Green Button Jar. The colorway is Smitten. It's sort of like this blue, green, purpley, speckly situation. I kind of wish I got more of this, but she does sell online, so I'm not too worried. I also got the last 2 skeins of this one-of-a-kind colorway. So it's just called one-of-a-kind brown. It's the same 80/20 sock, so 80% merino, 20% nylon, 3-ply sock. But it's got this fun oil slick situation, so I don't know, maybe a shawl, maybe a shirt. I don't know. I buy things because I see them and they're pretty. And then I come up with ideas for stuff afterwards. Like I'll see patterns and be like, you know what would be perfect for that particular pattern? Would be this yarn that I bought. Who knows when? So that is everything that I got at the Fibre Forge. But the fun doesn't stop there. Oh no. I also recently went on an adventure to Unit, which is one of my local yarn stores. And I decided to try out this BFL sock base. So this is also, oh no, this is just BFL? No, it is BFL sock, yeah. So this is 75 BFL, 25% nylon. Looks like it's a 4-ply, and it is in the colorway Blue Lavender by Amelia and Philomene. I find it hard to find BFL bases that actually have nylon in them for socks, and BFL just has like a lovely shine to it, and I love working with it. Like it's so much fun. So BFL sock base, in this lovely color. I don't know if this will be like the base of a sock because it is very tonal, but I mean also it's a lovely color. Who doesn't want socks out of a soft lavender? But I also like to use random out there colorways for socks, because why not? They're on your feet, they're in your shoes, people hardly ever see them, so why not be crazy? The other thing that I got because it was in the sale bin and I needed it is, this is Ancient Arts in the color Aztec Gold. It's on their Sock NATO base, which is 80% merino, 20% nylon. It's got a lot of structure. Will also make nice socks. I don't normally gravitate towards yellow colors, but this one was just very pretty. And if it's for socks, I don't care what color I put on my feet. Or it could be used in a shawl. I have a bin of sock yarn that I literally use to pull for shawls or socks if the mood arises. Yeah, I really like Ancient Arts yarn. They're in Alberta as well, I think, so another Canadian brand. And one of my favorite bases from them is actually their merino and nettle base. So I haven't been able to find it anywhere else, like legitimately nowhere else. They do their nettle soft base, which is like 68% merino and 32% stinging nettle. It does not sting, it is very soft, and the colors turn out absolutely lovely. And then because it's got that plant fiber and the merino, it can be worn through a lot more seasons. But wait, there's more. So this is also from a local yarn store of mine. I did order it online because they have a very, very good website. So this is new to me. This is Biche et Bouche, Le Petit Lambswool. So this is 100% lambswool. I think it is from Scotland, which means that it's probably the Hebridean lambswool. They just say lambswool. They don't say what type of lambswool it is, and I sit there going, well, which sheep, which lambs? I'm assuming that since it's from Scotland, it's the Hebridean lambswool, which is kind of what the Highlands are famous for. Anyways, so this colorway, I don't know if you can see it. It's like, it's called candy, which it is. It's like cotton candy colors all together, and it forms sort of a gray overall color. And I need to find a pattern for this. This is non-superwash. It is fingering weight. I have a lot of it. I got another colorway from them. This one is just soft gray beige. I think I have a color preference. What do you mean they're the same color? I mean, obviously they're not the same color. One color is like fun colors and the other color is just gray beige. Yeah, I'm very excited for this. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. Probably some sort of sweater. I will not be holding it double with anything because I need this color to shine. Like, I really, really am excited for how this turns out. This one, however, I have an idea of what I'm going to hold it with. If I can... So I have ideas about holding it double with this sort of like soft gray pink, which is from Sunday. Mohair, color is Twilight. It's mohair and silk. Do I know when that will happen? Nope, but I bought this with the idea to hold these together. And it should come out as a not quite pink, not quite gray, not quite beige situation. And then also more sock needles, because you can never have enough sock needles. I think now that I have things strewn everywhere, I think that's all I have. Let me know in the comments what's on your needles. What are you working on? What are you planning on working on? What yarn have you gotten recently that you just sit there and you squish it and you say, I know what you are going to be? Or maybe you just sit there and you're wondering what it could possibly be. I'm Zara. Thanks for sitting with me. Thanks for listening. Yeah. Have a good day.